In today's video, I interviewed Yakutian girl who is married with Filipino man and how her life has changed in Manila city. Hello, Nastya.
Hi. Okay, we're speaking in English.
Yeah, let's change our mind to English
Yes.
language.
Yes.
I'm glad to see you.
Same here, yes.
Yeah, thank you for agreeing for this interview.
Yeah.
It's kind of unusual to meet a Russian girl who is married to Filipino man in Manila city.
Yeah, and who looks Asian.
Yeah, who looks Asian. You almost local Filipino girl, yeah?
Yes.
So, did you have the situation when local people accept you like Filipino girl?
Yes, I can say that in 70% of cases they're starting to talk to me in Tagalog. Or when I say like Salamat po, they're starting to talk in Tagalog and I'm like, it's just one of 5 words that I know in Tagalog, so English please.
Okay,
Yeah.
how long are you here in the Philippines?
Since November, but
Okay.
actually it's my second time here because my first time was like 10 years ago when I met my husband and it was Boracay Island.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like local heaven. Yeah, and I had experience of living there for 1.5 years. And then we moved to Russia and now it's my second time, but with a kid. So we're like a family living
Okay,
here. Yeah.
okay, that's a nice story. Would you tell me briefly about your life before the Philippines?
Okay, originally I'm from Yakutian.
Oh.
So I was born there and I lived there for 20 years. Yeah, so I experienced all kinds of weather, like from minus 60 to here, plus 40. Yes, and then from Yakutsk I moved to Khabarovsk and lived there for, I don't remember, 5 years before I moved here. Yeah, before I moved to Boracay.
Okay, how did you used to local climate? I know it's very hot.
It's kind of hot, yes, but I'm still hesitating which is better, minus 60 plus 40, because I guess it's better to be here than in minus 60. But it's kind of hot, yes, I'm sweating, yes.
Yeah. Do you miss cold weather, by the way?
Sometimes, yes, because maybe it's just like a fashion thing, because sometimes I just want to wear something different except
Yeah, open clothes,
yes,
yeah, like sure.
Yes, but talking about cultural shock, when I saw first here people who is wearing Timberlands, I was like, okay, that's me in a year or so, because people don't mind this hot weather, they can wear any kind of stuff, so maybe I won't miss cold weather in a while.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, local people, they don't feel hot weather like the same as we do. You said that they can wear long shirts like pants, everything. Yeah. Oh,
Yes,
that's great. Yeah, I also noticed that one.
Yes, yes.
And also, guys, if you look to us, we look the same. Yeah. Maybe if you come to Kazakhstan, local people might think that you are Kazakh.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, great. So when you came first time to the Philippines, what kind of impressions did you have?
First time, so like 10 years ago.
Do you remember? Yeah,
It was Boracay, so it's kind of different vibe, but everyone was so relaxed and. Okay, talk about shock. I was shocked that everyone is so slow.
Okay.
Like you cannot decide things like in Russia, you need some information, you want to buy food and it's just like immediate. Here you need to wait. You need to be in a moment, you need to breathe, you need to I don't know, watch flowers, birds and everything and just wait. So for me it's still a shock. I'm still adapting to this slow way of living.
Mm-hmm. Okay, by the way, why you decide to come to the Philippines during your first time visit?
It was just a vacation with my friend, yes, and we were choosing between different countries and one of my friends, he recommended to go to Philippines and I thought it's so far, it's so expensive, but here we are, yes.
Okay, why you decided to stay for a long time? You said 1 year and
1.5 years.
1.5 years, yeah.
I moved because I met my future husband, first of all, and but I was not sure if our relations will go on. So I had like a backup plan. At least I would upgrade my English and I would change my gray days in the office to this nice view Actually, it's it's not true when you see these perfect pictures of people who is working on their laptops and drinking juice and watching the sea. It's not possible to work this way because you have sand everywhere, you are sweating so much, and you cannot see the screen because of the bright sun, and everyone around, they have a vacation, they're relaxed, and you just have to sit and work, so it's kind of annoying. Not a nice experience, yeah. It's better to work in a cold office, seriously.
Okay, how did you meet your Filipino husband?
In the hotel that I stayed with my friend. He was working there, so it's just like a typical story of love.
Okay, okay. Now I want to ask, I know that you are from different cultures, like how did you used to his Filipino culture?
I'm still trying. It's like it's a life challenge for me because we're so different. We're really different because I'm so Russian and he is so Filipino.
For real-time travel stories, you can follow me on Instagram, Balnur Baltabaeva, and Facebook channel, Travel with Balnur. Share my videos with your friends and family. I really hope that you are enjoying this video too.
And still we're trying to find connections in some parts that we view really differently. Like he likes to live slowly. I like to decide things really fast, and it's kind of contradicting, yeah.
Okay, did you celebrate wedding party?
In Russia. Yeah, actually I proposed to my husband. Like, we need to get married. He's like, okay, no problem. Because we needed to make documents for him to live in Russia, so we just needed to legalize our relations, yeah.
Oh, how did you celebrate it?
We just called some friends, and it was
in Russian culture, like in the Russian way?
I cannot say that it was Russian. It was more like I don't know, our
like
way.
For family?
Just, yes, close family, close friends, just food, party, yeah.
Okay, that's great. And what else made you shocked here in the Philippines? Like food, maybe? What else?
What shocked me? Yes, food. Food that makes you gain some weight easily. Yeah, everything is so oily, and I can say that people who is really open, it's kind of shock for me as Russian, because it's so easy to start to talk to someone, and we Russians, we have these boards like, please don't step, this is my board, so you just stay there, and people here can be really close to you. They can touch you, they can talk to you even if you see each other for the first time. You just sit here and person can approach like, oh, what are you doing, and then you are finding yourself talking to some stranger. It's kind of shock for me, but now I'm getting used to it, and even me, sometimes I initiate talks with others if I just feel it, yeah.
Oh, I noticed that your English is very well, like you
really?
speak so fluently, yeah. How did you used to it?
I still think that my English is not that good. I guess my experience with my husband, because we speak in English only. So at the first time when I moved to Philippines, before that I was learning English for 1.5 years. So I was learning it really deeply. I don't know, I just had this feeling that I need to learn English, even though I didn't have any intention to move abroad. I just felt that I need to learn English, and I was like a very good student, learning it every day with a teacher, doing all the homework. And then I went here for vacation, and I started to experience talking, and I just felt that it's a fun when you can talk to people from other cultures, from other countries. It was like, wow, really. And then I met my husband, and of course I started to gain my English experience more and more, so we were talking every day.
Yeah, and as far as I know, Filipino people can speak English very well, yeah? The same like native speakers.
Yes, that's true, that's true.
Okay, how many languages local people speak, like?
At least 2. And I know that a lot of kids, they first start to speak English, and after that Tagalog, like maybe at 7 or 10. Some kids, they can understand Tagalog but not speak. So they learn languages from the childhood. But I know that they have different dialects here. Like Tagalog is just one of the dialect here, because they have like Visayas, and they might sound same, but it's really different.
It
language.
differs from each island, yeah, or each regions.
Yeah, they have some regions, and each region has its own.
And in
language.
Manila, mainly they speak Tagalog.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Did you learn some words in Tagalog?
Their language is so tricky. It's really tricky. For example, they don't have difference between he and she. They don't have a definition for her or him. And sometimes it doesn't make any logic for me, so it's kind of hard to learn. But I guess if we would plan to stay here for a long time, I would try to learn it because it's a big part of adaptation here, not to be only in English, because from language you learn a lot about culture. Maybe you noticed when you start to speak English, you become a bit another person.
Yeah,
In
that's
English,
true.
it's much more easier to make compliments to other people, like you look so nice, but in Russian it sounds a bit different. So that's why I think that learning Tagalog will make you closer to local people more than
Okay.
English.
After 1.5 years staying in the Philippines, you moved to Russia, right?
Yes.
With your husband?
Correct. Yes, correct.
Okay, can you tell me, maybe your husband shared his own impression about Russia? How did he feel himself?
As he told me that Filipinos can adapt anywhere, any kind of weather, any kind of culture, but of course he was shocked. I remember his first words when we were going to land. Is it correct, land?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have swimming pools on the top of your building? I'm like, no, not even one swimming pool there. So another shock was when we went for a walk and he told, where are all the people? Because streets, they were just empty and we have just some. Here one person, there one person, and here you can see that it's really a lot of people. And he was like, where are all the Russians? Where are all the people? What's happening? For him it was a shock, yeah.
Okay, did you meet other Filipino people in Russia before your visit to the Philippines?
Yes, I guess so, but we didn't have any close relations with Filipinos. But before we moved here our second time, we met a Filipino girl who is married to a Filipino Russian guy, and they live just near us. So, but we didn't have chance to.
Okay,
Yeah, to
yeah. By the
communicate.
way, in Kazakhstan also we have many Filipino people.
Really?
Yeah, they work as English language teacher or like math teacher in English. Yeah. Like you know, schools which are like private,
Yeah.
presidential schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also in Kazakhstan, many people confuse Filipino people with Kazakh people.
Really?
Yeah. I have friend Donna. I hope you are watching this video too. She always says that when she take like a bus or taxi, everyone speaks to her like in Kazakh, and she starts, "I'm not Kazakh," and she's so funny. Yeah, you said like Filipino people look so funny. They are so talkative, and when she shows her impressions, I was just laughing at her.
Yeah, but I think that Filipino people, you can define them by their smile. Because
Yeah.
they're always smiling. And my husband, for the first, he was so exposed in Russia because everyone would look at him because he was just smiling, opening door to everyone,
Yeah.
saying spasibo and all these kind of things. But by the end of 8 years living in Russia, no one could define him as a foreigner because he didn't smile that much. He became a bit serious.
Oh.
He had to adapt, of course.
And now you are adopting here,
Yes,
smiling.
I'm trying to smile. I'm not like trying, but it's just coming out. I don't know, it's just environment, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Did you meet Russian people in this area?
A lot, yes. And actually that was my purpose after my first experience living in Philippines, because these first 1.5 years in Boracay, they were really, really bad. I was in a very deep depression. Yes, can you imagine? It's a heaven. It's a Boracay. A lot of people, they want to live there, but for me it was like a cage. I don't really enjoy this island life, and I was deeply in a depression. I was so distant from the people. I didn't communicate to anyone. So this is my second time. I decided in advance. I knew all my mistakes that I did when I moved first time. For me, it was just like a picture. Okay, I will just change my gray days to these bright days, and I will have sea, and I will have these mango shakes every day, and life is just perfect. But no, it doesn't work this way. So before we moved here, second time, I told that I cannot live in an island. So we decided to change it to Manila. And I started to look for other people to communicate as Russians, different groups. So from the very, very beginning, I was among other Russians. And it really helps when you are trying to adapt, because you see that you're not the only one who feels miserable sometimes. You don't understand simple things. You see that other people, they have same problems, and you like relief, like, okay, I'm okay. Everything is okay.
Nastya, I guess this is not like coincidence that we met you here. You invited us before. Would you tell me why you exactly choose this area?
This region called BGC, and it's the modernist region in Manila. So if you will just see around, it's really different from other regions, and I guess that's the only place where you can really walk and you can see these nice buildings around. Yeah.
Okay, do you live in this area?
I live close to this area. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Would you tell me what is the cost of living exactly in this area? Maybe for apartment and food around?
Okay, as this region is really fancy, it counts as a fancy region. Prices here are much more higher than in other regions. So it depends. Philippines is a country where you can find the places to live in any kind of budget. Maybe it's not possible in other countries, but here it basically doesn't matter how much you have, you can find the option for any budget. Yeah, but if you do have money and you do want to have this comfort way of living, it's better here. I would say that prices here start from 1000K maybe for apartment. Yeah. So
Is it one room apartment?
Yes. For this amount, you can find something really comfortable. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know any activities exactly in this area? What people can enjoy here?
Walking. That's yes, because for Filipinos, as they always have summers, they know that it will go on forever. Not like in Russia, for example, you know that it's summer season. You need to take everything from that, and you need to walk as much as you can. So here, a lot of people who is coming here, they are looking for places where to walk, and that's the place where you can really walk. Yeah.
Okay. Which day is better to come exactly to this area? During the weekend or weekday is also okay?
On weekdays, you can see a lot of markets. For example, here you can see some market with local products, with local stuffs, and
During weekdays, yeah?
on weekends.
on
weekends, yes, on weekends. But if it's a weekday, you might see this. You can see a lot
Busy,
of it's traffic, but not a lot of people.
Okay, nice. Would you suggest also other places to visit in Manila city?
I would suggest you to visit Makati. It's kind of modern, but it's more authentic than BGC. BGC, it's like Asian New York, I would say. Makati is more authentic, and if you want to see some historical places, it's definitely Intramuros. There you can find a lot of nice streets, which is like Hispanic.
Okay, great. So, how Manila has changed your life? What can you say?
I can say that I became more relaxed. I'm learning how to live in a moment, and here is a funny story. I have a friend, Russian friend, who works in a local company. So she told that her boss sent her a letter, like with a task. You need to do this task, it's really urgent in a week. So like you need to do the urgent task in a week. In Russia, usually urgent tasks, you're supposed to make it yesterday. But here everything is so slowly, you can have a lot of time, and here you can really enjoy the moment. So that's one of the things. And another, I guess it comes from this relaxed vibe. I started to smile more. I started to communicate with other people more. I started to be more open. Yeah.
Okay. By the way, why you decide to live in Manila with your family? Why not other like cities like Cebu or Island? Okay, Island I know that you don't like, about other cities.
I don't know. We didn't think that much. It was just Manila, and that's it. I don't know. Just a sense.
Okay. How do you see Manila from your perspective, way? Like many people think that Manila is very dangerous, not good city to live here. Like, what do you think?
I guess that when people are coming from other country and they are bringing with them some expectations, and that's the way to meet something that you don't really like, because it's another country, it's another mentality, and of course everything is so much different. And if you talk about some dangerous things, you can meet them in any other country. In any other country you can be robbed or whatever. So I would say that don't think about that, but don't be, how can I say, just don't put your stuffs everywhere, but
just be careful.
Yes,
for
just
everything.
be careful. As for me, personally, I had an accident 10 years ago. One guy, he tried to rob me and he attacked me from my back. It was in Boracay, yeah, and since then I know even if the region counts as a really safe, you just don't be as stupid as I was. But it doesn't mean that you need to be afraid of the place. No, I don't feel that I'm not safe here. I don't have this feeling.
How do you spend your day with your family in Manila?
If it's just a simple day, simple weekend, we usually come here for a walk, or we go to malls, or we're going out to eat. If we have like 3 days, we can go to some other places, because it's the biggest plus of Philippines is that traveling is really affordable here. And it's really a lot of nice places where you can go sightseeing, or just 40 minutes and you can go to Boracay, for example. So the choice is really, really big.
How do you reach to other islands like Boracay? By car, by plane? Like, what do you-
Plane, yes. Some places you can go there by car.
Okay.
For example, terraces, you can go from here by car. If you want to go to an island, yes, it's an airplane.
Okay. What do you like most from local food? I forgot to ask this one.
Local food, okay. Sorry guys, I don't like local food. But I like to try different sweet stuffs, and because I have a sweet tooth and I really like sweets, so different cakes and so on. Maybe something from that. But if to talk about some meat, not a big fan.
Yeah, I've seen many bakery stores here with different cakes and
Yes,
pastries.
yes,
Yeah, local people
yes.
love it, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Do you cook Russian food for your husband, like for your family?
I'm lucky, and in our family my husband is the one who is cooking.
Oh.
He really enjoys it, and for 8 years living in Russia he adopted, so we kind of have a mix of cuisines, but it's mostly Russian. It's not so oily, at least.
Well, now, last but not least question. Would you tell me some reasons why people must visit exactly Manila, this city?
Okay, Manila is a city with really different views. For example, you can be in BGC and you can see all these nice fancy buildings around, and then just 10 minutes from here and you can see really different views. So, and the vibe, this Filipino vibe, when you can see people wearing different kind of clothes, even if it's a hot weather, that's the biggest reason, yeah. And I guess that Philippines is a country that is really different from all other Asian countries, because it's a mix of culture, which you will never see in any other country, I guess, yeah.
Before you have told that Russian people see Manila or the Philippines in another way. Would you tell me again that phrase, like how Russian people feel themselves over here? Not you, but other Russian people that you met before. Like areas you were talking about, slum areas, yeah, like that.
Okay, yeah. Here you can see some places where just middle class is living, and a lot of people, they confuse it as, especially if they live in BGC or other regions, they might seem for them as a region for very poor people, that it's so dangerous there, which is not true, because if you would know what kind of people live there, you would change your mind. But a lot of people, they are really afraid just to walk in these regions where middle class is living. But there is a real life. There is real Philippines, and this real vibe. If you would want to feel what Philippines is, you really need to go and try. Yeah.
Okay.
I would not say that you would see a lot of dangerous regions. We have these dangerous regions in any country, even in Russia. Every city in Russia has a region which is called like really dangerous. So same here, you can find them, but it's not a lot. Most of them is just a simple region for middle class. Yeah.
Thank you, Nastya, for sharing your time. It was great pleasure to meet you here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you look the same like my sister.
Oh, really?
Asian girls, yeah. Okay, and thank you guys for watching this video till the end. I hope that you really like this interview and you can visit Philippines and exactly Manila city as well. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the like button and leave your comments down below if you have any plans about the Philippines. And just stay tuned for my new videos from Manila city, from just the Philippines. So thank you one more time.
Thank you.
Can I hug you?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you guys. Take care. Don't miss street interviews in Manila. Check the channel Just Be Free.